So I'm standing here today at the site of the Battle of Queenston Heights, October 13th, 1812. I'm actually here on October 13th, 2025, so I happen to be here on the anniversary of the battle. This was the first major offensive by the Americans in the War of 1812, who sought to enter this part of Ontario, Canada, crossing the Niagara River from the American side over here to the Canadian side, and then sweep up the north along the Niagara River to lay siege to Fort George. That campaign gets off, which was originally supposed to be in the summer of 1812, gets off late in the season in October, but the Americans were still hoping to get something done before winter came. It was poorly managed, the troops weren't well prepared, and even though Van Rensselaer, who was commanding the Americans, crossed with almost 3,600 men, they struggled to get up here onto the heights, where they were met by a force of Canadians led by Isaac Brock, who was killed in the first part of the battle. In the middle of the day, he gets a relief from Sheaf, who comes down from about 6 miles to the north here up at Fort George, rushes down here along with some Mohawk allies and defeat the Americans. It's a disaster for the Americans. Many are killed, almost 1,000 are taken prisoner, and so for a small American army that didn't really have much of a standing army and was filled with just a lot of militia, it was really a disaster for this, what was supposed to be their first bold attack in the War of 1812. Today, like much of these parks in Canada, they're beautifully landscaped, and up here in the back is the famous Brock Monument to this fallen hero of Canadian history who fended off the first attack by those Americans but lost his life in that battle during the War of 1812.